all know someone who's made poor decisions while blinded by love. But what if these decisions were life-altering, irreversible, and catastrophic? Love can certainly cloud our judgment, but there are some things we could do to protect ourselves and our wallets. Hello, my name is Mike DiCicco, and I'm a fraud analyst for First Keystone Community Bank. My job is to protect you from the bad guys out there who are constantly coming up with new ways to trick you out of your hard-earned money. With these tips, you can help prevent the loved ones in your life from falling victim to these scams. With millions of people using online dating sites to meet someone, romance scams have become one of the leading tactics for financial exploitation. What are romance scams and how do they work? Romance scammers financially exploit their victims by earning their trust and luring them into fictitious romantic relationships. These perpetrators are also known as catfish, individuals who take on false personas on the internet, usually on social media and dating sites. The scammer's intention is to establish a relationship with you as quickly as possible, and once they gain your trust, they usually start asking for money. Usually for a good cause that is designed to tug at your heartstrings. Maybe it's a plane ticket so they can come visit you, or for an emergency surgery. For those deeply in love, these scams can be difficult to spot, but there are some red flags that might save you and your bank account from some heartache. How can I tell if I'm caught in a romance scam? Scammers tend to be unnaturally forward right from the start. They weaponize compliments and flattery to appear genuine, caring, and believable. They are all ears when it comes to learning about your life, your interests, and your family, but they share little about themselves. What they do share about themselves will sound too good to be true. Maybe they claim to be a model or a famous musician back in their home country. Many even claim to be wildly wealthy. But their funds always seem to be tied up at the most inconvenient of times. That's where you come in. Scammers will always have an excuse to avoid meeting in person. They might say they're in the military, working internationally, or traveling outside the US. These excuses also provide reasons for them to ask you for money. For example, many scammers ask their victims for money to cover their airfare so that the two can finally meet. But when the victim sends the money, the flight suddenly becomes full, or the scammer's loved one becomes ill, forcing them to stay abroad. But the money that was sent will never be returned. All scammers, not just romance scammers, want to get access to your money quickly and make it so that you can never get it back. Most request funds via wire transfer or money transfer apps like Cash App or Venmo, but some have been known to request cryptocurrency. Many also specifically request prepaid gift cards, such as those from Visa, Walmart, and Target. All of these methods are practically guaranteed to be irreversible, so once your money's gone, it's gone forever. Go slowly and ask lots of questions, and remember, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Research the person's profile online to see if the images, name, or details have been used elsewhere. Be careful of what you post online and make public. Scammers can use details shared on social media and dating sites to better understand and target you. Beware of those who quickly attempt to talk outside of the dating app and communicate directly via Facebook, texting, or WhatsApp. Exercise extreme caution when sending money to anyone for any reason, and never send money to anyone you've never met in person. Ask to video chat. If they say that their camera is broken or they continuously turn down your requests, there's a reason that they don't want you to see their face. If you really want to meet people online, use local apps and websites that use your location. There are certainly some scammers on location-based apps such as Tinder and Hinge, but you are much more likely to find real people in your area. Scammers tend to operate from foreign countries and target Americans. They scour international dating sites and Facebook for victims. So, using dating apps based on proximity to other users will greatly decrease the chances that you will run into a romance scammer. Most importantly, try to think rationally. If the scammer is exhibiting any of these red flags or something just seems off, cut off all contact and block them on every form of social media. What do I do if I know someone is caught in a romance scam? I've handled a few of these cases myself, and I could tell you that it is very frustrating to witness. The red flags may be obvious from the outside of the relationship, but the victim is blinded and will believe whatever excuse the scammer throws at them. If someone you know is caught in a romance scam, you must remain calm. Anger toward the victim will only make them grow closer to their perpetrator. Be understanding and help to point out the red flags. Get others involved if needed and make sure that they do not send out any money. If you realize that you have given money to a romance scammer in any way, contact your bank right away. Tell them that you paid a scammer and they will walk you through the next steps as they attempt to get back your funds. Also, report it to the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov. Notify the social networking site or app where you met the scammer too. Now that you can recognize a romance scam, share this video with someone you know. You might help them avoid being a victim themselves.